Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be doing this year's Halloween special. So we're going to be creating a Halloween themed solar system with all the latest and greatest planets in Universe Sandbox, the updates. Compared to last year, we've got a lot of cool objects we're going to include, so let's get cracking straight away. So first of all, star. I'm thinking a double green binary system this year. So star wise, I think I'm going to go with something fairly bait. We're going to go with the sun. Nice, decent sized star. Always good to use for systems. As we know, it stats very well. I'm going to make it green straight away. We're going to make it a proper deep green. No, a proper spooky sort of glowing green. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, so something like that. Maybe a little more. Yeah, that's looking perfect. Background. We're going to go custom background. We're going to make it proper green. I'm thinking nebula. Yeah. That's looking good. Okay, we'll stick with that. I'm not going to customize that. And then binary, we're going to go with Gasser Green. My personal favourite of the Gasser Brown Dwarfs to use here. I'm going to put it at a decent distance. I'm thinking... maybe we'll have it in like a dominant gas giant position. So we also know Jupiter's roughly around 5-6 AU from the Sun. So I'm going to place it roughly there. There we go. So a very prominent world, but it is in orbit of the Sun there. Let's just make sure it's all functioning. I don't want it really a binary. I want to make sure that is a proper orbit. Perfect. So the Sun is in perfect control of that guy. Give it its green trail as well. So we've got Sun and Brown Dwarf already going. Perfect. And now onto the planets. So obviously we have got a lot of Halloween spooky objects to choose from here, because that's what we want to do with the system. It needs to be spooky. So we've already got a lineup of some objects to use. We've got all of the competition objects from this year, which I'm going to include in the system. We've also got last year's winner as well. So we're going to be using all of these guys this year. So first of all, I want to get the gas giant out of the way. So this was Bacon's gas giant. I want to get it out of the way. Now, I don't know how much mass this guy has, so I'm just going to check. So it is sitting at 4... Oh, it's quite a heavy object, isn't it? Okay, I may modify that down a bit because I don't want that being so prominent in size. I'm thinking that's a little better. I'm going to have it further out than the Brown Dwarf, though. But I'm going to keep it... Actually, no, we can have it roughly at 1 Jupiter, actually. No, we'll keep it at a decent size. 1.25 Jupiters, because as long as it's further out than the Brown Dwarf, that's fine by me. I don't want it any closer, though, that's for sure. So we'll put it roughly in a Saturn kind of orbit, around 57 odd years, roughly Saturn distance there. So we've got a Jupiter, then we've got a Saturn sort of distance object. Looking good. Play. Okay, that's fine, because I want that further out. It's going to cool down, though. That's the only issue with having it this far out, but I can't really have it much closer. Unless I have it right next to the Sun and make it too small. Otherwise, it will just cause absolute chaos in the solar system. But yeah, we're going to leave it at this distance. It's tilted on its side like Saturn, so maybe we can add it some rings as well. Okay, back to the Sun. Okay, so that's one object down already. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place them all in pause and then just manually drag them where I want them. So we've got last year's winner. When I probably have quite a busy inner solar system here. So I'm going to place that one just there. We'll keep the zone on as well. And then I'm going to literally place every single object just in the inner solar system now. This isn't definite, but I just want to make sure we've got everyone in here, because we're going to need to do a lot of sorting to get this all where we want them. So there we go. I know this one here, this was Chris's one. This was quite a hot world, so I'm going to put that quite close to the Sun. We've got the eyeball. I think that should be a more distant world. I'm going to place it out there. The watcher, it kind of makes sense. It's watching over the systems. We'll have that at a far distance. We've already included the gas giant. We got the planet just titled Hell, so that's going to be close. And then lastly, we got this one from Ufis. So there we go. So we're going to just place that in there as well. Okay, so that's our system for now. I'll definitely think about placing some more objects in. Right, so the first of the planets here. So here is Hell. Quite literally. And the green starlight. It does look pretty mysterious, doesn't it? Okay. I'm going to leave that where it is for now. We've also got Chris's one. Again, that's fine. I'm going to leave that there. We've got Smile. This is a pretty spooky one. I think this should be more of a distant object as well. So I'm going to immediately throw this into the outer solar system. 20 years over. That should be easily in the outer. Little further out than Yada, I think, is a decent distance. Okay. Now, I'm thinking this world here. This was one with the oceans, wasn't it? Yes, so we want this in the habitable area. So I'm going to put this roughly at... Okay, it's 190 right now, but as long as it's roughly in the 1 AU area, it should be okay. So I'm going to put it at... where are we? So many objects. Let's put it at 0.9, I guess. roughly, just to keep it a little higher temperature. That's there, okay. Next up, we got last year's winner from Demonic, so we do need to actually customize. Oh my god, it looks proper spooky. Right, we need to completely remove the modded atmosphere because it's too glitchy now. You can see the textures are a little. The more objects you add to a simulation, the more weird the textures get. But just look at it at a distance, and it's fine. We'll put its atmosphere on. It was originally a purple, wasn't it? So we will return the purple, but obviously the star color does make it look a little more spooky. There we go. We'll try and keep the purple. Yeah, that's looking good. It still has some lava zones, so we do need to have it a little closer to the star. We're probably going to have to put it in a Venus-like orbit, more around this area. Maybe a little closer than Venus. We'll have to come back to these once we run the simulation. We've got pumpkin here. Does this one contain water, doesn't it? It does. Okay, what temperature is this sitting at? So sitting at 20. Okay, so we want this roughly around an Earth distance as well. So I'm actually going to bring it a little closer in. Could get a little closer to the Oofs planet there, but that should function okay. It's roughly got the Earth stats. If not, we can put it a little further out and increase the greenhouse. That should be fine. As you can see, it hasn't actually got any greenhouse at all. So what I will do is I will actually put this a little further out, more of a Mars distance. And I'll just give it a bigger atmosphere. Oh, look at that space. That is so cool. But what we need to do is... where are we? Yeah, infrared down here. So I'm going to just double its layer. Yeah, don't know about that, but we're going to put it in the green. That should hopefully give it what it needs. Next up, we got this planet here. Again, I think this is another one with the oceans, wasn't it? Yeah, it had the little splatters of ocean. Okay, so what we're going to do a U again to keep it roughly where we want him. Also, I don't want to crowd the inner system too much because we've already got a very crowded system. I'm going to give this guy just more infrared as well. So max that out. And then with the atmosphere layers, don't we? Where are we? Down here. So we already got 3, huh? Okay, well, we're going to buff that up more. Put it roughly there. Because then we've got Pluto Neon's object here. Again, another ocean with liquids on it. Oh, that's going to make this really tough. Okay. Well, what I think we can do is I'm actually going to put this around the brown dwarf and give it a massive greenhouse effect because then the star should still be able to fuel this. So I'm going to put it there. So that's in orbit of brown dwarf, but a little closer actually so we can actually get the object in view. Yeah, there you go. Maybe a little closer. Somewhere there. So it's still a fairly close. So there's your parent brown dwarf nearby. Still getting its starlight. And then what I need to simply do a U is just give it a huge greenhouse effect to give it the temperature it needs. So down here, infrared. Give it an enormous... There you go. That should easily be enough to keep it roughly where we want it. Okay, right on the edge there. Then we've got these guys here, Inferno. See, this could be a problem as well. See, this one's also glowing hot. So, am I going to have to put that even closer? The inner system can be really, really unstable with this many objects. Again, more glowing hot objects. This is going to be tough. I think Unox, we can probably get away with not having that glowing hot because it already looks pretty cool. So, I'm going to put it around the brown dwarf as well. Give this guy a few planets. Have a little further out than Pluto. Oh, I can have it closer. Oh, yes. Maybe we can get some tidal heating. Don't want to make it too close, though, for obvious reasons. But we should hopefully be able to have that fairly close by. We'll just give this guy tilt it more. Bella. That's looking more like it. Just a little more. There you go. Okay, so we've got the 2 planets around that. Inferno. See, this one's going to be a tough one. Do I move it closer and try and sneak it in there? Yeah, something like that. I mean, Inferno's closer than the Hell planet. I don't know. We've still got these 2. Post 60. This one we should hopefully be able to have further out. Yeah, I'm going to have that further out. So, post-extinction, could that orbit the brown dwarf as well? Maybe. I think I'm going to try it. I just need to make sure the sun doesn't grab it back. So I need to make sure it's on that side. I don't want the sun taking over. So if I auto-orbit. I think brown dwarf should be able to hold on to that. I'm going to move it a little closer though. Something like that. Give it a slight more tilt on its atmosphere, or its orbit there. Make it a little more interesting. Same with you. I'm going to give you a slight tilt as well. There you go. So there's Yada. Then we got Nickabeans. And then we've also got this. So what's this one? This is the one with the face, isn't it? Okay. So if this is a mysterious one, I'm actually going to have this really far out and give this a huge greenhouse as well to keep its temperature and keep the liquid oceans on. So I'm going to move this down here. Then give this a huge buff, because we need this zone up. The zone is on, isn't it? It's all the way in there. Oh my gosh, okay. Does it have an atmosphere? Okay, infrared up. Oh, the Hattel zone here is not going to be too far. Well, it is on, isn't it? When we select this, oh man, that zone is tiny. If it's even in there, I can barely see. I don't even know where the zone is. It's all the way over here. This one could be a problem. Let's see. That's fine. That's oh, there you go. Why is the albedo so high? Oh my gosh! Oh, there's your problem. There you go. That's more like it. So we're gonna have that absorb a lot more. It was above 1. No wonder it was reflecting over 100% of its light. Of course, it's not gonna. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna give it a huge infrared. I mean, that's as high as we can go. I mean, I don't know if this worked. They won't even let us press plus anymore. Whew. Okay, we're gonna try and move it in then. Maybe it could orbit the gas giant Yada. I think that'd be give it a moon. Make this into a moon. Try that. Move it a little closer so we can actually see the gas giant. There you go. That's what I like it. So you can see the parent gas giant there. Again, it's still a little too far away from my liking. I'll have it a little closer. It's got a very, very weird orbit. We're going to stick with that. So that hopefully should give it what it needs. It's in the red zone now, isn't it? So I'll see how that behaves. We're going to have to monitor all of these. And I believe that should be everything. So now, the moment of truth is we're going to have to press the play button here. And see. So I'm going to save. I'm going to see if this object functions or this system functions. I mean, I've tried to make it as stable as I can just from predictions of object size and how far apart I put them, but I think the inner system could be a bit of a problem. So we're going to slow down and see. Yeah, oh my god, okay. And that's probably because of Oh, 0.4 Jupiters, get out! God damn. Now that's why you save. I did not realise that that object had an enormous mass on it. No wonder the whole system went into turmoil there. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going straight back. Damn, that could have been, if I didn't save, that could have been a disaster. That's why I usually like to run my systems whenever I play stuff in, because then you prevent this. So that is going all the way down. We're having that really small. How much mass have you got? So 12 mass. Again, it's huge. Do not want these massive Earth-sized radiant masses. -6 Earths. What, Chris? How have you done that? Get that minus out of here. 1. There you go. Negative mass. Like an antimatter object going on there. That's fine at 1 little larger. 133. It's a little further out. Okay, fine. Yeah, it should be fine. 1 mass of Earth. 146. 0.013. See, that's not. Why couldn't more people made objects like that? Right, now we'll give it a try. Now we'll save over that because we do not want to go back to that save. There you go. Cool. Oh my gosh, that was just a negative mass, and then an object with like loads of mass right next to the sun. My god, that is just chaos. Right, play. Why is this object locked? Chris always locks his objects. Stop it. Get that off there. There you go. Right. Is Inferno moving? He's locked as well. You don't want position lock. Position locks are bad. Get that out of here. Bye-bye. There you go. Right. Oh, it's looking pretty glitchy looking there. What is going on? I'm guessing its atmosphere is being damaged of some kind. That implies to me it's not got an atmosphere on it, but the game thinks it has. Yeah, there we go. Let's fix that. Put that up to, I don't know. There we go. Surface pressure. Let's go to 0.180 just a basic atmosphere. So that's scorching hot. 1,000 degrees. Infrared will lower. A little more albedo just to get its texture back a bit. Maybe we can move it a little further out, actually. It's maybe a little too unkind there. Orbital period's 5 days. Yeah, we'll give that double it up to about 11. The Hell World is looking perfect in its current position. That is exactly how it should be looking. Yeah, that's looking great. Okay, perfect. The clouds look very, very helios. How's this one doing over here? This is Chris's one, 200 degrees. Again, it looks like it's got the atmosphere glitch where the game is trying to show one even though it doesn't actually have one. So we'll just put that up to 0.5. Oh, okay, hang on. 0.5. There you go. Cool. Colour. Oh, it's got to be a more reddish shade, doesn't it? Get this switched. Yeah. A bit more of an orangey red. Remember, the star colour is tinting this as well. There you go, that's looking good. So that's the Europa looking texture, looking very scorched. Maybe needs a little more infrared. I'm going to lower albedo down, I think. It's already on low. I'm going to give this another layer. Just two. Just want two. There we go, double it. Demunix Halloween winner. How's that looking? This is last year's 2022 competition winner. And it's looking good. 237, that's fine. That should all be okay there. Give it a trail colour just so we know as well. We'll give all these guys trail colours. Could always change the colour of the water as well. Since we're going for a green theme this year, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Oh, yes. How's that looking? So let it come round. Let it rotate. So we are going with a green theme. Look underneath the atmosphere. There you go, looking good. So slightly more green face. Maybe give it a green. Yeah, there you go. That's looking good. So I'm going to give it a green colour theme this year. So that's what I like about some of these, is you can just customise them as well, make them look different to their original appearance. Give it green this year. This one we'll give it an orange. That's definitely an orange, deserving of an orange, deep orange. Inferno. It's got its appearance back now. That was more of a yellow. I didn't really want to change that. We'll put it back to what it was. It was reddish, wasn't it? And then down here, we'll give this a yellow. There you go. How's this planet over here doing? So this is one of the ones that should have liquid water. How is it looking underneath? It's got the water. 123 temperature. We'll give that a little more albedo because that is way too much. Remember, we aren't running the simulation too quickly, so the system hasn't really had time to sort itself out. So we're going to just let the sim run now. Just get time speeding up. I'm going to save as well since we've just made all those changes. There you go. Cool. Because we need to just single-handedly monitor every single object in here to make sure it's looking as original as it, or as close to its original version as possible. Because we have modified a lot of these. Right. So that's all looking good. So this is still increasing in temperature, so we need a lot more. Albedo's already very high. 3 ATM. We may have been... Oh, Valza. Well, there's your problem. I'm going to lower that straight down. That should easily be able to sort everything. Let's put it straight to 100. Still warming up, huh? Okay. Well, 1. There we go. Maybe 2. Just need it to go into the positive temperature. 0 degrees. There you go. So it's in positive. No, it's going to negatives now. Okay, so 383 layers. Still getting... 4, 5. That should be the kick it needs. 10. Increasing. Okay. Put it to say 50. Decreasing. Okay, 10 and 50. Okay, fine. That's fine. That works. Pumpkin. How are we doing? 8 degrees, 7. I mean, this one didn't really have oceans on it, did it? It's got the face on the back, it's got the logo on the back. Although it did have ocean. Okay, so now we'll give it a little bit of an increase on its atmosphere. Lower the albedo. That should hopefully be enough to give it what it needs. Increasing again. Okay. The next planet out is this one. Give this a nice shade as well. So how's that looking underneath? Minus 28 right now. Not really where I want it to be. It's froze. Lower the albedo. Yeah, that should give it a nice help. Oh, let's put it as regular 28, 11. That's still cooling down. Okay. Oh, it's just hanging on there. Okay. Infrared's up. We're going to give it another layer. Increase it to 13 layers. No, still not having it. Okay. 14, 15. There you go. Just give it the kick it needs. Let's just put it up to 20. See how it holds at 20. 23. Okay, so it's dropping. Okay, perfect. This one over here. Looks like it's lost all of its ocean. This had orange oceans, didn't it? Well, sure it had ocean. Oh, it has no atmosphere, no wonder. Let's give it some of its water back. There you go. That's the problem. There's no atmosphere holding it in. Let's give it one. Oh, it did have an atmosphere. What? Okay, we'll give it a bigger atmosphere. I think it's because this object's really small as well. That probably didn't help. That's why we're making this mass bigger. 0.4, so that should be enough to hold on. There we go, okay. So this one is further out, so we do need it to give it more of a greenhouse effect. So a lot of very heavy ATM layers in here. 0 degrees. Oh, that's really annoying. You used to be able to click on the number and it would highlight it, but now it doesn't do that anymore. So I just delete it. Whoops. There we go. So here, when you click this number, you used to be able to highlight it all when you clicked on it, and I could send to 0. But now you have to single-handedly delete it. That's a bit annoying. Right, so here it is. With its atmosphere back on. What's it looking like underneath? There you go. So it's got its ocean back. It didn't have a lot of ocean, did it? So we need to just make sure we get that roughly right. Settle water? Yeah, okay, I think that works. And then just ensure that it stays in good temperature. 0. Nope, still not enough. Oh, hang on, is it going up? Oh no, it is. Very barely, but it is. Okay, maybe just another kick. Lower the albedo, that should be what we need. Should make all the difference. That should easily be enough. Okay, then on to the Gasogreens objects over here. So we got the post-extinction world. That is completely froze up by the looks of things. Maybe we'll give that a bit of a kick as well. So I think this did have some oceans if I remember. So where are we? So again, we're just simply straight to the ATM layers and just make this number big. There you go. That should be what you need. Put that to 0. There you go. Plutonian's world. That's sitting at 25. Perfection. That's gone perfectly where we want it. And this one's at -138. But that one already looks really cool anyway. So I'll leave that alone. I'm going to lower this though. That's way too thick. There you go. So it's quite close to the brown dwarf though. But that is fine. So I'm going to leave those alone. Then we go next up to Yada over here. So the gas giant. We've got the one moon we put around it. -1.9. So managed to keep the temperature. The face, the water looks like it's settled and the face has been destroyed. Oh no. Lower the albedo down. It absorbs all its light. Mysterious world. If it sits at -1.5, I mean that's roughly just a little colder. I mean, there's not much else we can do to him. It's already at 1,000, so we can't really buff the atmosphere much more. So I will leave that alone. Then we've got Smile over here. Again, this is just the spooky world. This doesn't need any atmosphere enhancements. Yeah, look at that. Now that's chilling in the outskirts of the system. Very mysterious world. And then lastly, we got the Watcher at the very far back, the eyeball. Looking very spooky. Yeah, there he goes. Did it have an atmosphere? Oh, no, it doesn't have an atmosphere, never mind. Okay, but that's chilling at the edge of the system. So, that's our main sort of system built with all the competition objects. So now we can add a few more extra bits in here. We'll see where it takes us. I mean, I'm not going to go like completely overkill, but we're going to definitely throw some more objects in here. I'm thinking some more outer objects maybe. The Watcher I want to be the furthest object out, so we may have to make him further away. Maybe the Watcher would be like a Sedna kind of like object, right on the edges of everything. But what I want to do is I want to add more gas giants. Now I should still have some of the green, old green ones here, so I kind of want to take those into, bring these into action. Because we're going for the Halloween theme, so it's got to be greens, oranges, purples, sort of colours like that. So we should be able to have something pretty cool here. And I do have an idea of what we can do as well with another gas giant, but I just want to load him first. Actually, no, while we're doing that, while that's loading, where is the good old deluxe objects? Because we've never made a Halloween version. So this could be pretty awesome. So, Christmas Deluxe here. I'm going to grab you. This is probably the best one to use. I'm going to place it... So there's Smile. So I'm going to place it maybe more of a Neptune orbit. So 30 AU. Dead on 30. That's Neptune distance. The Watcher is going way further out now. In the depths of everything. So give that a big orbit there. Right, so Christmas Deluxe. This is our Neptune equivalent in here. So we're going to lower this down. Make it more like an Earth world. 17 masses of Earth. That's roughly what Neptune is. Put it on its tilt. Now, what I want to do with you... Is it rotating? Oh, god damn it. 17... I want it 17 hours. That's roughly a... Whew, hours. 17. That's roughly a Neptune. There you go. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the green. The green's fine. But the white and the red are going to change. So I'm going to make the red into orange. These are going to become oranges. And then the white I'm going to make into purple. So we're going to simply just do this. Nice and easy. And just for every single band. Normally I'd skip this part. I'll just speed up the footage. But for this one, it's fairly straightforward what we're going to do. So we'll mix it with sort of yellowy oranges, like pumpkin-y colours. So a few different mixes of yellow and orange in there. You can already see the effect it's changing. So it should be pretty cool. Maybe we can blend a bit of yellow in there as well, closer to the green zones. Maybe slightly more shades of yellow there, just to blend into the orange a little better. There you go. You can already see it's making a good change, but I do want orange to be the dominant colour here. Get a deep orange. Perfect. It's already taking good shape. Looking very nice indeed. See, this is always a good one. The deluxe gas giant, as we call it. I've got so many versions I've all built from my own. It was originally called Rainbow Deluxe, but we've made so many different versions of it. And yeah, I'm very, very pleased with the ones we got. So we've got a Halloween version. I'm surprised we never made a Halloween version last year of this, to be honest. But there we go. We're finally doing it. It's looking pretty good, actually. That red band there, what is that all about? Let's turn that to green. There we go. But for the most part, we want the deep orange at the top here. The Christmas in the middle, the Christmas green, that's fine. So there we go, so let's do that. But mainly keep the orange as the primary colour. I think I have orange, more deep oranges at the top as well. Maybe almost red shades, to be honest, like really, really deep orange. So how's that looking? So look on the thing at the top here. I'm not keen on the yellow, to be honest. I want the yellow completely eradicated, if I'm honest. Let's get rid of that. I think it needs to be the orange as the dominant colour. Still a green band there. I'm guessing that's this band. No, that one. A few more. There you go. So that's that all gone. And then just turn the rest of the yellows away. God, the colour blending looks awful there, though. It just goes straight from orange to... There's got to be a sort of yellow mix in there. We've got to have some sort of bridge colour between the green and the orange. I feel like it does need to be included. We do need that yellow blending in there. That just little bit of colour blending just to mix them together. So it goes into the orange a bit better. Let's just go to, I just want to see it on the big phone as well, so we're going to go to flashlight. Okay, so there we go. So we can see the yellow. Yeah, the yellow's looking a little better. Just make this more of a proper yellow. Yeah, that's more like it. And then just a few more little dips of yellow in there, just to get the colour blending complete between the two colours. And then slightly turn some of these deeper oranges into slightly lighter shades of orange. So it's mainly these colours here. We just want to dim down. There we go. Looking good. That one can stay deep. That's fine. Then up here, I want to make these colours just the proper deep oranges up here. So all these sort of shades, we're going to get rid of them, make them proper, almost red in colour at the very top here. But I think that's a nice mix of pumpkin-y colours. This area here, I'm not too keen on. I want to make sure that's all gone. I think it's this band here. Nope. This one. There we go. That's what I want to get rid of. Yeah, there you go. Maybe that band there as well. So that's a little too red. Slightly more orange. Yeah, go. So that's a nice blend between the green into the orange. And then down here, we now want to do the white into the purple. So at the bottom, deep purple. We'll do like a purple, not like a pinky magenta. We want a proper purple. So right next to the deep blue, Neptunian blue shade, we want the proper purple. So I'm actually just going to copy this. And and then just sort of paste it in because we can do this faster. But that sort of purple I want. I am going to just modify them, but I just want them all to be this purple first, then we can get into making it look a little prettier. They're blending the green into the purple. Now, how are we going to do that? Now, I'm thinking we go using the shade of white, actually, to do this, but we will get to it in a second. That purple's still a little too much there. We're going to literally just pound this all in one massive colour fill. It looks like there's less, I want to say there may be slightly less white ones than there was orange that we've just done, but we will see. It's always nice to go and build the gas giants roughly from, I say from scratch, but we're modifying a template to something completely new pretty much. But it's always nice to really get in depth with the gas giant band customizations, because you can make some wacky or just crazy cool realistic looking, or go more for the wacky ones like this to fit the color theme. But yeah, this is looking pretty cool. Look at that perfect purple, just no color change at all. Oh my god, it looks really weird. Okay, so this color here, for instance, yeah, we'll just scrap that for now, just until we get into the greens. That roughly puts us there. I'm going to override this green. Okay, still more into the lighter. We're just going to crash into the lighter greens for now. So we'll finish this row off, and I think we'll stop there. So what I'm going to do is I've got the purple filled in. Now this zone here. So I want these to be the slightly lighter greens. So I'm just going to change a few of these a bit. There we go. Right. Yes. And you. Yes. Right. Now what I want to do with these last few colours, I want to go down to purple and start having these lighter lilac shades of purple to sort of blend in the light green into the light purple shades. Because the colour blending is very important if you want to make it look good. Otherwise it will just look like a blunt colour change. It does look a bit silly. So again, with the lighter green there, we just want to blend these light greens into these light purples. And make the purples sort of lighter and lighter as we go, and then have the really light green next to the really light purple. What's that little green shade there? What is causing that? Oh, that's this shade, okay. Have that as a whiter shade, I think. And again, these colours just slightly go into the green territory a bit more, but we just need to get the blending perfect into the purple zone. Just have the very light purples there. And now I want to say that's blended into the purples nicely, so now we just need to make these colours slightly more, little more forgiving, other than just being one massive blunt shade of purple. So we slowly start to just fade some of these, all to different shades, because every colour will be different, just to give the planet a little more to it. So as we go down, we change every band colour completely to something new. And then I'll slowly go to the darker, just going to slowly go to deeper and darker shades. And by the bottom, I want it to be a proper, like, dark purple. So now here, I want them to go more to the deeper shades. So the real deep, dark purples now. So we go down and down. But again, keeping the colours blending here rather than just going straight to one blunt colour. We've already got the colour picked, we just have to change the darkness of each colour, and then we slowly, and further and down, I don't need to change every colour at this point, I just need to really sort of just get it all in now. So make that darker, and then just pick random dark purple shades to just blend together, and make this guy. And this is coming along very nicely actually, this is looking good. I think the bottom colours do need to be a really dark sort of shades, don't they? So get rid of these. This colour here. This one directly in the middle. Dim this down. Dim that down. Dim you down as well. And then just slowly start to surround the dark purple at the bottom here. And then blend those in together. And then you get something more like this. Okay, the light to dark purple is still too much of a dramatic change. We do need to sort of make these a little more... blend the purples together a little better there, because we don't want the light purples being too dominant. See that colour there, that's a nice big band. Then you as well. It's just about just fixing the areas we may have gone a little over the top on. So I want the colour blending zone between green and purple to be quite minimal. So I'm just going to expand these colours a bit more. Have the deep purple taken right close to the white zone in itself. Slowly get those in place. Oh, purple. That's a bit of a risky one, having that as purple. But I think, for the most part, that's actually looking pretty darn good. Again, up here, I'm not too keen on that yellow. Maybe I go from light green into light orange. So this zone here, I'm going to put these into lighter orange shades and have the greens go into a lighter green shade. So kind of like what we just done with the purple. And then you get more of it. Yes, that's looking good. And then just make these light shades of orange. So let's turn all the yellows into deep oranges. Looking good. That's roughly where we want to be. And then just slowly make them a little more pale. More of a tan kind of shade. And then just slowly blend that in with the nice sort of light. See, this band here is a very, very powerful one. That makes all the difference. So that's going to be a more pale orange. And as soon as we get past that band, we just slowly start to just deepen down that orange shade. So from this sort of this band onwards, we slowly start to deepen the colour down a bit until we get into the regular sort of orange shade. You get something more like that. Yeah, that's looking good. It's not keen on some of these dark green shades. I'm going to increase those. Going back to the greens. Yeah, fade that out. I'm not too keen on that. So it's got the 3 different sort of key areas all split with like the lighter white clouds in there. Now that's looking seriously cool. Yeah, I hope you guys like the design. Let me know what you think of it. So what's that band? I keep that as a more paler orange. There's definitely a few mixes of bands in there, isn't there? Right. Just slightly, I just want to slightly work a little better on this colour blend, just make these bands a little bit lighter. And just slowly dim those down. Maybe just a few more paler shades in there just to get the colour blend in a little nicer. But I think that is roughly looking pretty good. Down here in the purples, there's still a little too much of a light purple there. I'm just going to dim that out. Just don't want the whiter bands taking too much control. I think this band here needs to go. So the blend is very minimal. It goes straight from the green to the purple without too much. But I think that, I'm going to leave it at that. So that's the Halloween Deluxe now. So we're going to save that as Halloween Deluxe. Now, it's not perfect, but I'm fairly pleased with the way that's turned out. I mean, it still definitely fits the colour theme. I mean, the green in the middle, I mean, could you fit another colour in there? I mean, if so, maybe like a black band? A mix of... We'll give it a quick go. Let's just try it. Just to give it a little more theming. So a black brown surrounded by some darker green bands, maybe? I think the green's a little too, like, in your face in the middle. So I think another colour just slapped in the middle could just give it what it needs. So we sort of 3 distinctive black bands mixed, all surrounded by darker greens, which slowly fade into the regular greens. Something more like that. And then at the top again, same drill with the top. Has that ruined it? Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe just a dark, instead of black, maybe just really dark green then. And the same with you. Just to split the greens up. I don't know. May just lighten this up a bit. But it's definitely a different colour we've put in there. We just got a different shade of green now. I'm going to stick with that. I think that looks alright. Slightly different with the 3rd colour we've added, but I think that looks... Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Saved. Cool. Right, so that's Halloween Deluxe completed. But it's a nice mix of bands for sure. But yeah, that could definitely be improved though, don't get me wrong. So that's that added. Looking good. Right, so moving on to the next part, because that took quite a while to design, but you know, gas giant design is not a fast process. Right, and then down here, I'm thinking we could probably add a few more cloudy greens. So this would be a good Titan-like world. We're going to have this in the more distant regions. Should already be fairly built the way we need it. We need to turn the ray light off. There you go. Atmosphere underneath. It's a pretty reflective world underneath, but we're going to leave that atmosphere pretty much on. Like that. And then I'm going to give it an eccentric kind of orbit. Almost like a Pluto kind of orbit. So it kind of cuts in with Halloween Deluxe almost. Something more like that. Maybe just lower that down a bit. There we go. And lastly, the Watcher. I know I'm going to do a U now. We're definitely going to have some kind of Sedna kind of like design with its orbit. Just increase the lower the eccentricity down. Increase this. There you go. Something more like that. So it's not like full-on Sedna mode, but it still is fairly distant. And I'm thinking maybe one more gas giant at the edges. We should already have a pre-built one we can use here. Let's wait for them to load. Because I can't see now. Come on, game, load faster. Got a lot of objects to load. Crazy cloud object. I think we can throw one of those in as well. It's one of the outer kind of worlds. Place it roughly there. And then lastly, gas giant. I don't want to go too insane with this, but one more gas giant, I think. Oh, this one, Voxim. That is a perfect looking one. We're going to have this as an ultra distant gas giant kind of in that region there. That's perfect. That is a perfect, like, spooky Halloweeny green. Apart from this bit at the bottom. So what I'm going to do simply is just bye-bye. Just do that. Voila. Done. Cool. Then orbital stats. I just want to check its size. 8 massive Jupiter's going right down. We're not having that. More of a smaller size. And then motion, eccentricity. And then lower this down. So it kind of cuts with the Watcher's orbit. A tad, but it's definitely by no means the furthest object out. Something more like that looks good. Like increasing eccentricity a bit. Put it over there, yeah. And then Enixus over here. Obviously the crazy cloud object. Nicely nice. Looking good. Turn that off. Lower this down. Green. Because green's definitely the prominent sort of colour we're going for this year. Even though we still have the oranges in there as well. But the green is the real nice one this year. Turn that off. And vegetation. Oh, it's base colours. Turn these into more. I'm going to go with an orangey kind of surface, I guess. Underneath. So underneath that, you've got this. Watercolour. Oh, yes. So we've got orange surface. Nicer, brighter orange. And go with the good. Oh, yeah. And have the green splats of ocean. But that'll probably all freeze, so we will change the ice colour to green as well. And that's got that world covered. There you go. Well, I'm thinking that is probably mission complete with this system. We don't want to go completely over the top. By all means, we do not want to go over the top. But that is a nice quantity of objects for sure. Give this a slightly eccentric orbit as well. Have that sort of cutting out. So we've got a few mysterious kind of orbits on the outer regions. Got the Watcher looking from afar, back at the system. Got Smile in the in this outer region as well. So that's sitting more around just past Uranus distance. We've got Yada a little further than the Saturn distance there as well. Pretty cool. Halloween Deluxe is our Neptune equivalent. Chilling there. I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. I think that looks quite good. I still don't know about the middle band. That's the only thing that kind of bothers me about that, but I think we can get away with it. And then all the other worlds in the inner solar system. Looking very nice indeed. Cool. So we are going to go ahead and get a nice screenshot of that for the thumbnail of this system. But yeah, if you guys want this system, I'll put it out on the workshop. Let me know in the comments and I can pull it out if you're interested in keeping this, because all the objects are public objects, so yeah, they can be released, no problem. So there you go, Halloween system done. Cool. But yeah, anyway guys, with that all said and done, I really hope you've enjoyed this system. We'll go for a full lineup as well of everybody. So there it is. We've got the sun, we've got Gasa Green, we've got this outer gas giant, which is a pretty big deal actually now, isn't it? Or is it? Hang on, this was a gas giant, wasn't it? Oh, no, that is a rocky planet, never mind. 1.62 Jupiters. Ah, it's a little too large for my liking. We're having that well down. Should definitely be more of a rocky world. Somewhere around there. One of the smaller ones. I think we'll fill it in there, yeah. Let's quickly go ahead and resave that, because, yeah, that's way too large for that. That would cause some massive disruptions in the outer solar system with that being in there, so Yeah, good thing we noticed that. Cool. Right, let's go ahead and save again. So it's always good to check your object list and check those masses and radiuses, because the big mass ones could cause some serious problems if you don't notice, as we did see. Right, so there we are. There's the lineup though. So they've got the Sun, we've got our brown dwarf. Voxium is one of the largest gas giants, but not very massive, so kind of a weird object there. Yada, one of the competitions. We've got Inferno, competition object. We've got the Halloween Deluxe, so a lot smaller than normal. Still 4 masses of Earth, radiuses of Earth. I mean, it's 0.4 Jupiters, so but these are super Earths, these guys here. Then we got Tafori. This one here. Pluto Neon. We've got the Mysterious, well, that one, the oceans have kind of been spoiled. Demunix's world there. That's the original one with the face from last year. Then we got 3 very similar looking worlds with these 3. That one there, that's one of the ones we brought in. Nixus, we brought that in as well. Then we've got the other competition objects here as well. We've got Kerbals on with a very thick blacked out atmosphere. Pumpkin's Pumpkin. The Hell object from Slav Guy. And we've got Nika Bean's very spooky face. And then last we got the little small object at the edges of the inner solar system as well. So very, very nicely done. And obviously the Watcher. Very, very spooky looking. There he is. But yeah, guys, with that all said and done, I hope you've enjoyed this Halloween system for this year. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. Obviously, like I said, if you want to get a copy of it, let me know as well. But yeah, with that all said and done, guys, make sure you have a great day out there. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more helps on the journey to 40,000 subscribers as well. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, really appreciating all the support you guys are currently giving for this series, the competitions, just everything in general. Really, really appreciate it. And yeah, enough of me babbling on. Make sure you guys all have a great day. Enjoy your Halloween. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.